In hell. Hello. I think it would be good if we kind of went through the induction day for year seven and then went on to how we met. So, kind of what we both did before we met. What do you think?
I don't remember the induction day.
When did we meet,
Okay,
though?
you start off.
I will, but when did we meet?
7.
No,
Seven.
I mean, at what point in year seven? Like near the end of the year? Gabriella, I met her near
Middle.
the end of the year. Middle? I would say, honestly, like earlier than middle. Because I remember before I was comfortable in drama, when we were queuing up, remember they had that really long line? That like by the cafeteria. So I think like it was your period to go in. I was talking to you and the we can't name names, so other guy, you know what I'm about, the one we thought was gay. We're with him, and you're going, "Oh God, I really hate her. That fucking tall bitch. She's so rude to me." And you turned around. She went, "Good morning." She was just standing, and then she kind of looked down at me. She went, "I'll see you later on." And then I had to leave, and then later, and then later on, right? Later on, when I had her, she intentionally paired me up with people that she knew I really disliked. And the worst thing about it is she didn't even hear me defending you. I mean, defending her. She didn't even hear. I really liked her. Oh well. But yeah. So that was something. But oh God. And I remember another time. So this episode is more gonna be stories about high school actually. So I remember another time. Do you remember that really fucking creepy RE teacher? He was really old.
Really old. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember he invited me and can we say first names?
Yeah.
So me and Gabriella, he invited me, Gabriella, and her friend. You remember Gabriella? And I think his name was like Uranus or something. Yeah, the really no, genuinely, because we used to make jokes. We used to make the Uranus jokes. I think his name was Uranus or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, the point is, he invited us.
Uranus?
Yes, yes, him. It was him, and
He was like
yeah,
a
special
Polish
ed
kid,
kid.
wasn't he?
Yeah, special ed as well. I think. So he invited
No,
us
because I
three.
remember he was in my form.
Right, okay. I thought he was special ed. Anyway, point is, so he invites Mr. Edwards, or cut that
I
out.
went wrong.
We'll cut his name out. But the teacher invited us three to his classroom to like help with set up the. I think they like the year six inductions, so they were helping. So he wanted us to help out, so we did. And I remember Gabriella was making pedo jokes because he kept going to Gabriella. Could you go in the cupboard and get me the sandwiches? And then, honestly, when we opened his cupboard, it was full of fucking food, like sandwiches, fucking drink cartons. It was amazing. And the best thing about it, right? The funniest thing is by his windows, you could see like the little football pitch, and you could see like where the gate
Yeah.
was to get out. Every single time we looked out the window, he would tell us off as if we were in class. It was 6 p.m. on a Friday.
What the fuck?
We were.
He was so weird.
Remember, he used to,
Like, I don't know. He was alright with me. Like, I remember being in his class. He spoke so fucking slow.
and he used to get
It
pissed
felt
off
like
whenever you
the
would say
hour.
Thunderbirds.
We never said that.
Oh, we did.
But,
He
like,
didn't like it.
it felt like a fucking. The lessons were only an hour. And they felt like they were 5. Because he would talk like this. And then, if you spoke over him, he'd go even louder, but go even slower so that you would listen to him.
And repeat himself.
Oh my god. I want to die.
A bit like Tony
I was
Blair
so
then.
glad most of the time I was in trouble, so I had to get out of that fucking class. Or I had to go to TLC. I had to go to TLC on history days where I didn't have to be like every time. I was so happy because I ended up leaving TLC like halfway through and I was just like
See, I never got to go to TLC, so for me, right,
it was amazing.
I remember near the end, he stopped being our teacher because we were bullying him. That's genuinely what they said. They genuinely threatened to stop teaching us if our class didn't stop bullying him. And we kept, okay, I quite liked him. I didn't bully him. But yeah, we got a different, I forgot her name. I think it was like Miss Lancaster or something. We got a different teacher, something like that. Different.
Did you not get like a? I remember her being my form teacher for a while because we had like a form teacher, but then she left because she was pregnant or something.
No.
I can't remember. And we had to step in. But I remember her, she was wearing a hijab or something. She
No,
always wore a
no,
hijab.
no, no, no. We didn't get no. We got a
I remember she was teaching one of our lessons, and I was like,
no. We had a tan lady who had long brown hair. I think it was Miss Lancaster or something like that. She was really nice to me, actually. Though she did, I remember
I don't
once.
remember her.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. I don't think she taught you, but because she had history too near the end, because she got rid of Mr. Flat. But what was his name? Like his lessons? No, I quite liked him. He liked me. But I think we can name people. But I think it was really funny because near the end, she like started giving me detentions for stuff I didn't do. And so I remember I started writing notes. I was so scared of speaking year seven that I would write notes in my book to say that I want to say to the teacher on that day. So I would write like the 13th of June, dear Miss Lancaster, so and so was doing this today, signed by, and I put my name. And she used to sign our books a month later, so she would see a note from a month ago, and then it'd be too late. But I did it with every lesson. Apart from French, I really like that teacher.
We literally, well, I guess, kind of got to know each other through you kicking me because I thought you were gay. I didn't want to come out.
And I am gay, yeah. And I see. This is the thing. I don't know why I don't know why. Like, right? It's like if you said to me, "Are you gay?" I don't know why my reaction was, "Oh, better kick her and run off." That won't look suspicious. Like,
Like, legit, all I asked you was, by the way, are you gay? Just fucking kick me and run off.
I remember vividly, right? One time before history, you kind of pulled me aside. Or you didn't pull me aside. You said it actually in front of. We can't say his name, so I'll say it and cut it out. In front of him, you just went, because I remember I was speaking about LGBT rights, and you just went, you talk about gay people a lot. Are you gay? Yeah, I don't care if you are, but are you? And I went, I've got to go. And we saw like 20 minutes before the class started, and you were outside my class. So I went up the stairs, back round, saw you still standing there, and was 10 minutes late to class. Go. Well done. But oh, actually, I just thought something. So remember when I don't know if you did this, but when near the end of the year, when we had to give the year six inductions, did you take part in that? Okay, well I did.
No.
Okay, so I did, and God, so when I was walking, do you remember that history teacher that always used to yell a lot, whose name we can't mention? But whenever you're in the humanities block, you could hear her screaming all the time.
No. No.
I'm surprised you never. Okay, well, anyway, when we walked past her classroom, I got the boys and was like, see, I should probably explain what I just did for people who can't actually see us. I'm frantically waving my hands like I'm trying to pin down a taxi. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I did that. And
Pin down a taxi.
I don't know. It's 1 a.m, okay? But so yeah, so I kind of frantically, hurled them across the corridor. And as I did, all I heard was, "Who is in the corridor making noise during my class?" And it was like, "Ooh." So I remember I remember I shoved them into the toilets and we hid in there. because she started fucking she honestly like fucking granny, she was walking up and down those fucking corridors.
That's more disrupting than noise.
Thank you. She was like, my class are trying to watch a documentary and they can't put up with because of the sound of the footsteps. Why are their students out of the class anyway? It's only 2:40. Like, I remember her going 2:40 because I could like peek my head around the side. God. But oh god, that was awkward. Once she eventually left, I bumped into the humanities teacher, and I was like, "Please, can you escort us to the exit? I'm scared." She was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." That was that. But do you have any weird stories about that school?
No, not really. Then again, I was barely in that school, so
I remember like there being this gay guy who was in year 10, and I remember having an app called Distinct, and I you wouldn't have known about it. It was more like because when I started dating my first boyfriend that you know about, we're not going to name him, but the one you don't like, the one who I actually dated IRL, yeah, him, yeah, him. But but
oh, you have some
something
good types.
yeah. But I remember I saw the year 10 guy on that app, and I like DM'd him. Me being in year 8, DM'd him when he was like in year 11 at this point. It was like, oh my god, you're really, really hot. Like,
10 or 11.
he would have been in year 11. I would have been in year 8 because it was when I
Mm.
left. I was like, oh my god, I really, really want to fuck you. I did. Because he had pictures of himself like in a robe, in his underwear. And me as a kid thought, okay, if you have pictures like that, you want sexual messages. I didn't understand that it's not okay to do that, you know? But
Mm.
yeah, so I messaged him. I was like, I really, really want to fuck you. I didn't get a response.
I'm glad you didn't respond.
So am
Fucking
I.
hell.
Well, I didn't know what like pedophiles and all that was. I did not know. I did not know what a pedophile was until year 9. Genuinely, I was that out of
Do
touch as a
you
kid.
do you remember in like year 7ish? Yeah, I was only in year 7, year 8, right around there.
Mm.
But okay, so you had the back entrance and you had the front entrance, right?
We talking about schools?
Yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
do.
there was the one where you'd have to go past like the surgery.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're on about.
Do you
Yeah,
remember that one?
yeah, yeah.
Do you not remember? Maybe it's just me, but do you not remember there was a fucking rumor that there was this guy in a white van and he would ride up
Yes,
and down there.
yes, yes.
And like I was so scared every time I saw a white van, even if it was parked at a house, I would fucking run. And I was like, I am not getting kidnapped today. I may be fat, but they still could pick me up and
Do,
then we're
do,
running.
do you know something quite sad?
Mm.
As a kid, I used to stand outside white vans.
I remember like this is when I kind of didn't know I was pan,
Right. You're a pan.
but I hate
Sorry,
you.
I had to. You should probably clarify and say pansexual for people that don't know.
Oh yeah, pansexual. Yeah, but I was like year 7, year 8. I didn't understand that I was pansexual. I was like,
Right.
oh, these girls don't look at their titties, don't look at their butts, because otherwise they'll think you're weird. You know, like. But no,
Yeah.
literally, I was like scared because I was like, even if I did get caught, which I didn't, I would have been like, well, I just wanted to see, like, you know, like, not as in like creepy way, but like, I don't
Right.
know. Like, for me, it wasn't like creepy, it was more like I was interested in what everyone was different, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because like there were some girls who were like really like tall,
Yeah.
and like you would see how like different proportions. And I don't know. I was just like, it was like, I mean, after a while, I didn't do it all the time. It was just like if I saw someone that was pretty, I was like, oh. But after a while, I was like, shit, that's sexy. Like I look pretty cute. And I'm like, wait, no. I'm
God.
just like, no, it's just no. And then only like year 9 did I finally actually come to the realization, fuck.
It's amazing.
Because like I
Oh
mean,
god.
I did kiss girls and shit like before that,
Mm.
but like I just thought, it's just a little game.
Right.
But then I realized I was like, actually, I like this.
Oh god. See, I don't think like I remember my actually. See, I kind of remember my first kiss with a guy. But before I tell you that story, I'm going to tell you something that really fucking pissed me off as a kid. It wasn't in year 7, so it doesn't really count. And we should probably give some context. We kind of pick a topic, and the topic was weird things that happened in year 7. But I think it's safe to
Mm,
say we can also add year 8. Otherwise, we have no
yeah,
stories.
Honestly.
But in year 8, I dated this guy, and I'm gonna fucking name call him. Yes, I'll have to cut it out or bleep over it, but I'm still gonna name him fucking
Jeremy Corbyn.
So essentially, what happened was, right? So he was in year 7 and I was in year 8, and I really felt insecure about that in year 8. I don't know why, I just did. Oh well, and I don't know, but anyway, the point is, so we started dating, and he was fine at the beginning. Never fucking hugged me. Only hugged me once, but it was a group hug. Okay. And then, I kid you not, he was that much of a liar and that much of an attention seeker. He told me that he got a 31-year-old lady pregnant, and I fucking believed him. I don't know why I believed him,
my
but
God.
imagine saying that to your year 8 boyfriend. It's like, oh, I love you so much, by the way. Because he would ignore me sometimes, and his excuse was, yeah, I got high. Because he used to lie and say he smoked. It was like, yeah, I got high and drunk and I fucked her and got her pregnant. It was like, imagine saying that to me, of all people. And then he broke up because he was bisexual, right? And so he broke up with me on my birthday when all my friends had gone home, right? And because he said, I don't believe you're gay.
What the fuck?
Do you know how angry I was? I fucking cried the whole way home. And then on the bus ride home, one of my friends did stay. My friend sat next to him on the bus, ignored me while I'm sat there sobbing, listening to Taylor Swift crying. And honestly, I was listening to "We" and we actually can't sing that. I'll have to cut that out. But I'm listening to Taylor Swift crying my fucking eyes out, and I was listening to like Ellie Goulding. I was emo then. But
So emo.
yeah. Then I get home and like my best friend at the time, I text her. I'm like, I really need help. And she goes, what's wrong? And I text her. She's like, I'm fucking calling you. And we're calling until like 1 a.m. And I kid you not, the next morning, the friend texts me, the friend who stayed at his house. And she was like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm going to be late for school because
Jeremy Corbyn.
I hanging out. It's like, your best friend was just dumped on his birthday, his first fucking boyfriend, and you're hanging out. I was so pissed. How can you laugh? It's a depressing topic. No, no, but I was so fucking pissed.
The one thing I'm glad about, it sounds sad, it probably is sad, but like, I never had like proper boyfriend or girlfriend, as in like actually in school. Like, most of my relationships have been online, which you know about.
I do.
But like, even then, I didn't realize that long. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, my recent breakup, that was the closest to like a real, like, close-ish boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because like, he was still in the UK, but not exactly
A good
in our
demographic.
area. Like, I'm up north, he's down south, so.
Yeah. You're the top, he was the bottom.
But it was all the other way around.
Oh, someone didn't know their geography. But oh
like,
god, it was just.
The one thing I'm kind of glad about is like, I didn't have a relationship because in school, because like that would just been too much.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the whole breakup shit, and that would just been too much for me. So like, in a way, I'm kind of glad that I was too ugly and still am too ugly to be in a relationship.
No,
Kinda
don't
works.
say that. No, but I know what you mean. So for me, I was quite lucky that I wasn't popular enough for my relationships to really matter that much,
But like, going back to like how we met.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think the reason that I kind of clocked on that you were gay, I can't remember, but other than you hanging out with that boy 24/7, literally, we were like hanging out like in the courtside, like in the like near where the English and maths section was. And there was this couple walking by, like year 10s.
Yes.
And
Hot year 10 guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw you look at his ass, and I looked at her ass, the female's, like the girl's ass, But I realised you looked at his, so I thought you didn't see that I was looking at hers. And I kind of was like, oh, so he's looking at his ass, so he must be gay. And
Oh,
then, like, I was
God.
like, hmm,
I thought I was so sneaky. Like, I kid you not.
you
I
were
would.
not. Legit. You know those fucking cartoons where their eyes just, like, bulge out?
Yeah.
That was literally you. You try to act so slick, but literally everyone
Oh,
saw you looking at that boy's ass, and you were just like,
I wonder why no one ever called me out for it.
I don't know if you know this, but you might have to beep out this name.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, say the whole name. God.
No, because there's two.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Remember?
Yeah, no, I know, don't worry.
Like, I found out a couple of years ago that she's actually bi.
Fucking bitch face, what?
Yeah. So, like,
Wasn't she like the really homophobic one? Or am I thinking the other one?
Jeremy Corbyn.
yeah, turns out she's actually bi.
Oh God, she was so homophobic as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious. Because there was this new, like, I kind of kept in contact with her, kind of didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was still living in hotel area, you don't know what about.
Just to give some context, she was so rich that she was staying with the Trumps.
Sure, we're going with that. But it was around there, like when I first moved to that area. I was still in contact with her and another name you might have to blur out.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, I loved her, but she was horrible to everyone.
Yeah. So her and I, like, again, lock out those names. But like we kind of kept in contact, and they added me to this group chat, and there was this new girl. I think her name is again, block out this name, but Miriam or Mary or something. And she tried to talk to
Amara?
me, and she was like, no, it was a new girl, a completely new girl.
No, but do you mean Amara?
That they'd made friends with. No, her name's Miriam or something.
Oh.
Or Mariam or something. But, like, Mariam tried to get close to me and started talking to me. Apparently,
Jeremy Corbyn.
dared her to try and be my girlfriend, right?
Oh.
But, I was talking to
Jeremy Corbyn
about it, right? And Abigail was like, oh, I've actually had a crush on her. And okay.
Did you tell her?
No.
Oh,
I was even out.
You should have. Outright. We should probably clarify. Outing, we do not support outing, but, like, these people were the worst. You know, they were worse than the Tories. I couldn't think of anything.
They were, let's put it this way, they were worse than Regina George. So there's a story, right? Again, name drops are going to happen. Sorry, but otherwise you won't
Try
understand.
to like limit them. Like, can you call like person A and person B, or can you give them fake names?
I had a crush on person A since like the beginning of starting at school, right?
Yeah.
Like you already know this, but this is for people who listen if they listen.
I think you haven't really done a very good job at naming them. Person A, considering his name.
Yeah, exactly. Person A, I had a crush on him. Like, he knew I had a crush on him, but we still decided to be friends, right?
Yeah.
And like, person A and I would just like hang out a lot, and we used to go to the chip shop after school all the time, just like eat food and just chill. And like we take turns to like buy each other shit, right? Because like, sometimes I had money, I'd buy him food. Sometimes he'd have money, he'd buy me food.
Yeah.
And then I tried to be friends with person B, but she was like, I guess what you'd call the popular girl.
Yeah.
So like she'd pretend to be my friend, but then like obviously you could tell she was talking chat shit right behind my back and all that stuff. So by this time I'd been going to school for a while before I left it, and person A ended up telling me that they liked person B, right? And it was her. I was her because obviously I liked person A, but by this time person B was sort of a friend.
Right.
But so he was like, person A was like, oh, could you just like write a little note for me saying, do you like me, yes or no, and give it to person B to tick for me.
Right.
And I was like, okay, sure. So I did the little note for them, person A, and the next day I'm all going to school, like, yay, learning, education. And I see person B, and I'm like, hey, person B, someone wanted me to give this to you, and they were like, was it? I know who's it's from, and I'm like, who? And they're like, person A, and I was like, oh, I don't know. They just gave it to me, and
Right.
I'm assuming it's you person B, and not other person B, like other person with the same name as person B.
We honestly, it's easier to give fake names. There are two Charlottes, or we don't use the term
Yeah,
Charlotte. My neighbors are called Charlotte.
never mind. I'll just correct it. It's like there's person B and another person who had person B's name, so like there
Yeah.
were two basically. Yeah. And so person B answered it with a big fat cross saying no. So I
Ooh.
went to person A, and person A got really upset with me and was like, I didn't actually want you to fucking give it to person B. Like, I was joking. And I was like, well, you told me you wanted me to do it, and you even checked that I would do it for you. So then we got into a fight because he was pissed off, right? And we didn't speak for a couple of days, and person A and person B just started hanging out without me, right?
Hmm.
So after like a couple of days, I hear rumors that person A has started that I used to take money off him and just mooch off him for the food and everything.
I mean, not wrong. No, I'm
Person
joking.
No, but person B was also like chatting shit behind my back to her little friends and like completely ignoring me. So um by the end of it, right, I tried talking to person A and being like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand why you're acting like this. And he started going off at me saying, like, calling, like, telling me that I'm just like trying to take money off him. So I just slap him across the face,
Oh no.
like really hard. I slapped him across the face, and like if I remember correctly, I grabbed him by the tie and just slapped him across the face.
Oh, did you peanut him?
Yeah,
So can you
and then
explain what
I just
peanutting is quickly?
yeah.
Okay, so peanutting is essentially when like you'd grab the tie and yank it as hard as you could, and then essentially the kind of tie bit would go up, and it would be really difficult to untie. Basically, get knotted up. And in our school,
Yeah,
you'd get detention for that. Like, go on.
yeah. So after I just slapped person A across the face, person B was standing next to person A, by the way, so they saw this, right? I
Mm.
just walked out, and like the next day, that was my last day. I refused to go back in after that, and I just went to a new school.
Oh, well, at least it ended
So
well.
like, no, I tried apologizing like weeks later, and like, fuck you, I hate you. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I have a story that isn't going to top that, but I'd like to share anyway.
Wait, can I just clarify? If anyone tries to go at me because of that, I was in year 7. I had a
Yeah.
short temper.
How old are
It
we
was
in
not my
year
fault.
seven?
Like 11,
Right.
12, no,
Okay.
12,
Right.
11,
So
12.
right. So in year eight, which is 12 to 13, my best friend and I. So like this would have been like probably like December, the December term. So coming near the end of near the break by Christmas, kind of like the halfway
Mm,
point at which point like everyone's you know starts focusing. And so in science, because we were really behind, we would do a lot of our lessons in the IT room because they cancelled ICT.
mm,
Yeah. And I'm glad it was only my school. And I kid you not, because the teacher liked us quite a lot, we were the only ones who didn't bully him, we would be allowed to go on our phones when we were done. And he told us about Thomas the Tanked Up Engine. If you haven't looked at it, please pause the podcast and Google it now. You will thank me. We got to give them a few seconds. Okay, now you're back. But if you didn't Google it, then stop listening to the podcast. You're banned.
No, don't, no.
We if you open
We
up your
love
front
you.
door, we're outside your front door right now with a gun, and we're going to shoot you. No,
We
we're not.
have masks on because, social distancing.
Yeah, we don't trust you clean. Hey there, thanks for listening to us talk about whatever it was for God knows how long. The editing process was definitely awful. So thanks for that.
Horrible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, recording this, it's 4 a.m. We've been up since 2 doing this, so this is what you get, guys. Anything else to add, Rue?
Stay at home and eat your greens.
Brilliant. Bye.
Bye.